Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make these Christmas decorations. It's a flower underneath and a candle on top of it. I sewed them together. They are made of crochet. It's not difficult to make. As you can see, they are very cute. Hope that you try and make them because these are very cute and these are very nice for decoration for Christmas. So for this we need a hook 3 millimeters. Now depending on the yarn you're using, if the yarn you have to use another hook, use another hook. But I'm using the 3 millimeters. And we're going to start by making 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We go in the first chain here and we close it with a slip stitch. Now we're going to start the first round. And we're going to start by making 3 chains. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to make 2 trebles. Now when I say treble, it means double crochet. Treble is in English. Double crochet is in American. But when I say treble, this means double crochet. So we make 2 trebles. And with the 3 chains, those are 3 because the chains serve as a treble. Now we make 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We go here in the chains here and we close it with a slip stitch. Now we make another 3 trebles now. 1, 2, and 3. We make another 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We go here in the chains here and we close it with a slip stitch. We make another 3 trebles. 1, 2, and 3. Another 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We go in the chains here and we close it with a slip stitch. We're going to make another 4 now. Another 3, sorry. 3 trebles. 1, 2, and 3. We make another 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We go in the chains here and we make a single crochet, a slip stitch. Now the last 3 trebles, we have to have 5 groups of 3 trebles. 1, 2, and 3. And those are 5 groups of trebles. And here you have to have 4 for now, but now we're going to close it here. Close the chains here in the chains with a slip stitch. Now we have to make another one because we have to have 5 of those. So make 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We go here and we close it with a slip stitch. And as you can see, we have 5 groups of trebles and 5 groups of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now the row is ready. We go in the first where we have the chains here, where we made the chains here, and we make a slip stitch. Now we're going to start the next row. We start with 3 chains. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to make a treble in the same place. Now this row, what we're going to do, we're going to make 2 trebles on each treble that we made before. So we're going to make 2 trebles On each treble that we have, that is one, we're going to make another one in the same place. And two. We go in the next one and we make another two. One and two. Now these here, we put it in front here. We go in the next treble here and we're going to make another two trebles. And this row we're going to repeat it like that. We're going to make two trebles on each treble that you have, and make sure that those where we made those chains, you put those in the front, because we're going to work in them then. One and two. We go in the next one and we're going to make another two. One and two. And you continue all the row like that. Then you go in the next one. As I told you, make sure that those are in front where we made those chains. And you continue the round, all around like that, making two trebles in each treble that we made before. We go here, in each treble we had before, and those we leave those in the front. Continue making two trebles on each treble that we made before. So the row is ready. We have to finish with 30 trebles. In all, we have to have 30 trebles. But now these, as you can see, are in front here. But now we're going to make the last two. We make one here. Last two trebles. We make one there. Treble. And the other. So with this row we're going to finish with 32 trebles, because we already made 30. And we have the last two remaining to make. So we make one here. And the last one we make it on the other side here. Make sure that this is in front here. You leave that one in front. And we make another treble here. As I told you, this has to be in front here. All of them have to be in front. We make the last treble here. And in all, we have 32 trebles now. In this row, we have 32 trebles. Then we go here in the chains and we close it with a slip stitch. And as I told you, in all, we made 30 with 2. So we have to have 32 trebles, and these, make sure that these are all outside. Now this row is ready. Now we're going to start the next row. So we make 3 chains. These 3 chains, as always, these serve as a treble. We go in the next one and we make 2 trebles. So the first one, because the trebles chain serve as a treble, then 2. And the next one we're going to make 1. And then the next one we're going to make 2. So this rows go 1, 2, 1, 2. So now, as you can see, we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So every 6 we're going to make 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5 chains, sorry, 5 chains. We go here and we close it with a slip stitch. Now, we go in the next one. In the next chain, we're going to make 1 treble. In the next one, 2. 1 and 2. 1 treble in the next one. 2 trebles in the next one. 1 and 2. Now, when we count these, we have 6. So we're going to make 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As I told you, every 6 you make 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You go here and you close it with a slip stitch. These chains we're going to work in them then. Again, we make 1. The next one we make 2. 1 and 2, 1 in the next one, and 2 in the other one, 1 and 2, and again we have 6 there. So we're going here, we have 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we have to make another 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We go here and we close it with a slip stitch. And you continue all the row like that. So as you can see here we have 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we need to make the last one. So we made the last one, we go in the chains here, we close it with a slip stitch. Now we make 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We go here in the chains, and we close it with a slip stitch. So in all we have 8 now. So now we start the next row. We start with 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. And we make a treble in the next treble. Now, as you can see, we arrived here where we have 2 trebles in the same place. So where we have 2 trebles in the same place, we make 2 trebles. 1 and 2. Now a treble, 1 treble only. Another 1 treble. And we arrived here where we have 2 together. So there we make 2 trebles. 1 and 2. Now, we arrived here in the next one. That one you leave it in the front. So we make 1 treble. Another 1 treble. And here we have the 2 trebles together. So there we make 2 trebles. You continue the row like this, where you have 2, you make 2 trebles, the others 1. And those chains always leave them, make sure to leave them at the front. Don't leave them at the back, at the front. That is 1, 1. We go in the next one. We have 2 here in the same place, so we make 2 trebles. 1 and 2. And you continue all the row like that. This one, make sure that it is in front, and you continue doing that. Where you have 2, you make 2. Where you have 1, you make 1. Then we finish, you continue all around all. Then you finish the row here with 2 in the same place here, and you finish with a slip stitch here. Now, the rows are ready. We cut the yarn. Now we're going to work inside these. Inside these we're going to work. The ones we have in the middle. The 5 we have in the middle. We take the yarn. We go in the middle of the first one. You can start wherever you like. You find one in the middle. The important thing that you work in the middle, where you made the chains. You pull up a stitch. And we make 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. Now, in the same place, always in the middle of those chains we're going to make a treble. Now, we make a chain, and this time we turn the thread 2 times on the hook. And we make 2. Double treble, you turn the thread 2 times. We're going to make 2 double trebles. Double treble because you turn the thread 2 times on the hook. We make another chain. Now we're going to make triple treble. So you turn the thread 3 times on the hook. And triple trebles, we're going to make another 2. 1. And we make another one. 2. We make another chain now, a chain. Now we're going to turn the thread 4 times now, 4 times on the hook, and we're going to make 3. Turning the thread 4 times on the hook, we're going to make 3. That is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn it 4 times. Going to make the second one. Again, we turn it 4 times, and we're going to make the third one. Now we arrived in the middle of the petal. Here we are in the middle. So instead of 1 chain, we're going to make 2 chains now. 1 and 2. And again, we're going to make 3. You turn the thread 4 times on the hook. We're going to make 3. Turning the thread 4 times on the hook, because we're working backwards now. We're doing what we did backwards. That is 1. Turn it again 4 times. 2. And we do the last one 4 times, turning the thread 4 times. In all, we have to make 3. This is the third one, turning the thread 4 times. Now we make a chain. This is the middle here. We arrived here. Now we make a chain. We're going to do 2 triple trebles now. 2 triple trebles. So you turn the thread 3 times, and we're going to make 2. Turning the thread 3 times. 1, you turn it again 3 times, and we're going to do the second one. We make another chain. Now we're going to do double treble. 2 double trebles we're going to make, turning the thread 2 times on the hook. So 2 double trebles. That is 1. We make another one. The second one. So the second one, turning the thread 2 times on the hook. That is 1. We're going to do the next one. We make another chain, and we're going to finish like we started, with 2 trebles. We started with 2 trebles, we finished with 2 trebles. So you have seen we have repeated what we did in the first part of the petal. We repeated it in the second part. And that is the first petal ready. The first petal ready. We need another row, but the first row is ready of the first petal. Now here, and the others are going to do the same. Repeat what we did here. Now here we're going to find the middle one. Here you can see we have these 3 here, these 3. You go in the middle one. You put the hook in the middle there, pull up a stitch, and you pull it out with a slip stitch. And then you continue the same. You go in the second one. You do the same like we did in the first one. You find the middle of the chains, so you work better when you find the middle. And we start by making, you find the middle there. We make 2 trebles. We start by making 2 trebles. Exactly, we're going to continue making like we did in the first. We continue like we did in the first petal. Continue doing that, then chain, 2 double trebles, chain, 3 double trebles, chain, 3 trebles, you turn the thread 4 times, and then 2 chains, and then you continue backwards. What we did, we continue backwards. You continue making that in all the patterns, on the 5 petals we have. Now, as you can see, the 5 petals are ready here. We finished, we went in the one in the middle there. We did the one in the middle there. Over here. Now we go in the first petal, we go in the first chains that we have, and we close it there with a slip stitch. Now we're going to start in the first treble we have here. We go in the first one and we make a single crochet in the first one. Now we're going to work in the second one from the back. So you put the hook from the back and we make a treble. Where we have the trebles always, we have to make them from the back, the trebles. And that is a treble. Now where we made the chain, we're going to make 2 trebles now. 2 trebles where we made the chain. 1 and 2. We have the trebles, so we're going to work at the back of them. You put the hook from the back and we make 2 trebles. This is 1. We go in the next one and we make another one. Now, here we have the chain, so we're going to make 2 trebles. 1 and 2. We have the trebles again, so we do 2 trebles from the back again. 1 and 2. We have the chains again, so we make 2 trebles. We have the chain we made before, so we made 2 trebles. Now, we arrived here, the 3 trebles, so we're going to make 3 trebles from the back on the next 3. 1, 2 and 3. We arrived in the middle where we made the 2 chains, so where we made the 2 chains, we're going to make 3 trebles now, because we are in the middle now of the petal. 1, 2 and 3. Now, the next 3, we're going to do the same. A treble from the back. 1, 2 and 3. A treble, 2 trebles in the space. 1 and 2. 2 trebles from the back on the next 2 trebles. 1 and 2. 2 trebles in the next space. 1 and 2. 2 trebles from the back. 1 and 2. We arrived at the edge now. 2 trebles in the space where we made the chain. 1 and 2. And the last 2 trebles, we're going to do a treble at the back, from the back. And we're going to finish like we started, with a single crochet in the last one. We started with a single crochet, we start the last petal with a single crochet. And that is the first petal ready. Now we go in the second one, and we're going to start with a single crochet too. So you make a single crochet, and the next one a treble. And you repeat what we did in the first treble, in the first petal, in the space we do 2. In every treble we make a treble from the back, and in the space we make 2 trebles. You continue like we did in the first petal. Here 2 trebles, then 2 in the space. Continue like that, like we did the first one. So as you can see, the first 5 petals are ready here. These are ready. Now we're going to work on those from of the back. Here you put the one on each other, and now we're going to work on the back. These are going to be the same as the ones we did, the ones we did in the front. Always the same we're going to work, but I will be showing you here where you have to make, how you find the middle here. But the petals are exactly the 2 rows that I showed you. You have to do the same, the 2 rows that I showed you on the petals we have in the front. I will be showing you how to make it. So I started the first petal here, the first part, the first row, and I'm going to show you what you have to do in the middle, because the petals are exactly like I showed you before, so you know how to make them. Here you have 8, so you count for 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 4th one, you go down here, you pull up a stitch, and you close it, you pull up a stitch, and you close it with a slip stitch. And then you go to the next petal. You go to the next petal just like we did before. You start with 2 trebles, so you have to make the first row. In all of these you have 8, and then you have to make the second row. And here in the middle you find the 4th stitch, and you pull up a stitch from here. And what you have to do for the petals, you repeat the 2 rows that I showed you from the petals we did in the front, all around. And this is how the flower came, as you can see. I put them one on each other. The petals are one on each other here, all around, the front and the back. I put them one on each other. This is how the flower comes. These I will be hiding them. Then when I finish the extra yarn, I will be hiding them. And now I'm going to show you, here we're going to make the candle. I'm going to show you how to make the candle. And that is the flower, as you can see, it's very cute. As I told you, now I'll be showing you the candle. To stop for a while to remind you of my ebook. In this ebook you will find lots of pictures. I also included some very easy patterns. This ebook is ideal for those who want to learn crochet and knitting. Maybe they have never, they haven't found anyone to teach them, so this book is ideal for those who wish to try and learn crochet and knitting. Hope you find it useful. In the description you will find a link from where you can get it, and I will send it via email. As I told you in the description, you will find the link from where you can get it. So I've started the candle with 4 chains. I'm going to start with another color. I'm using the red for this. I made 4 chains. Now we go in the first one here, and we close it with a slip stitch. Now we make a chain, and we're going two chains, sorry, we make 2 chains. We make 2 chains, and we're going to make 7 single crochet. Single crochet is in American, and double crochet is in English. We're going to make 7. So we make 7 single crochet. Single crochet is in American, double crochet is in English. Continue until you have 7, and you close it with a slip stitch here. You close it with a slip stitch. Now we start the next one, we make a chain. Now on every single crochet we made before, we're going to make 2 now. 1 and 2. So before we had 7. Now, since we're making 2 on each single crochet we made before, we have to finish with 14 single crochet. So continue making 2 single crochet on each single crochet you made before, and you have to finish with 14 single crochet. Continue making 2 single crochet. Now we're going to start the next row with a chain. Now we're going to work the chains at the back of the chain here, as you can see. It doesn't show much on red, but we're going to make a single crochet on each single crochet we made before. We have 14, but working at the back of the chain, always working from the back of the chain, as you can see. Continue making single crochet, always putting the hook at the back of the chain. Continue like that. You have to have 14, because before we had 14, so this row we have to have 14. And as I told you, always at the back, working here, as you can see here, at the back of the chain. Continue like that. Now we finish we close it with a slip stitch like that. Now we're not going to continue from here. We're going to turn the work around like that, and always working, we make a chain and always working at the back of the chains. But every time we finish a row, we're going to turn the work, not continue working straight. We turn the work and we make a single crochet always at the back of the chains. Always 14, we have to have always 14. At the back, working always at the back of the chains. We finished another row, we go here with a slip stitch, we close it, then don't continue here, turn the work around. And we're going to repeat, always repeat this. Always repeat it like this, always working at the back of the chains, all the round like that. The important thing is that you always turn the work around when you finish the chain, the row. You turn the work around. You don't leave it like that. Continue like, you always turn it around. And you're repeating what I told you. So I continue working. I made these. I have 9 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of these, as you can see. And I filled it with the soft toy filling. I filled it with the soft toy filling like this. I cut the thread. I closed it. I cut the yarn long so I can sew it with a sewing needle. Now we're going to go in the chains on the back. From the back, you put the sewing needle at the back of the chain. For now, only like that. Don't pull it. For now, you put the needle at the back of every chain that you have from the back. Because then when you finish putting the thread in all the chains that you have from the back, we're going to pull the thread and you will see that it will close. So as you can see, I'm putting the needle, the sewing needle, always at the back of the chains, like that, in every chain that I have. I'm putting it in every chain that I have. Continue making it like that at the back of the chain. Then when we arrive at the last one, as I told you, we're going to pull the thread and you will see that everything will close. It will close all. As I told you, fill it with, we use for the soft toys, the candle, only the candle you have to fill. So it will stay straight and it doesn't bend that easily. Now, I think I arrived at the last. Maybe I have the last one here. This is the last one. The last one, and I'm going to pull it now. See, I'm going to pull it all right there, right? You see it? It closed. But if you have, I have a little hole there, and I will continue sewing it with the sewing needle. I make I sew it like this, so I close it. So I close it all. Like that. Continue sewing until you close it all. Like that. As you can see, I'm closing it all, so I don't have any holes in it. And then I close the thread like this, I pull it through it, and then the thread, I put the needle inside of it, pull it from here, the needle, and I leave it the thread there, but then I will cut it the thread. But for now I'm going to leave all the thread there. And that is the candle, as you can see, ready. Now here we're going to do the flame. Now we're going to do the flame. I started with 4 chains here. I'm going to use the gold now, gold yarn. I made 4 chains. Now we turn the thread 3 times, 5 chains I made, sorry. We turn the thread 2 times on the hook. We go on the first one. We pull up 2 stitches, we pull up another 2 stitches, and we pull out the last 2 stitches. So we started with 5 chains, and we made the thread 2 times on the hook. Now, we make 2 chains, we go in the second one, and we make a single crochet. Now we're going to make 6 single crochet, all in the first part here, in the middle, I'm going to make 6 single crochet. 2, 3, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we're going to make another 6 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that is the flame. Now we go in the first one here, and we close it with a slip stitch. We do another one here, we close it with a slip stitch. And that is, you can see those, then I cut the thread, those thread here. And as you can see, this is the flame. Then we're going to attach it to the candle. I will be showing you how I attach it to the candle. This I'm going to cut these off. You cut the thread a little bit long, so we sew it with the candle. Now we're going to attach the flame to the candle. I'm using the sewing needle, as you can see. Again, we go on top, we put the candle like this. First we put the sewing needle. You can sew it any way you like. Maybe you have a better way of sewing the things, but I'm going to show you how I do it. So you put the candle like that, and you make some stitches so it doesn't move that much, so it stays. But then I will be showing what else you have to do. You make some stitches so it doesn't bend, it stays straight. Now I'm going to take the needle, I'm going to put it, I'm going to take the needle, I'm going to put it at the back here, here, and I'm going to pull it through the candle, all through the candle, until it arrives on the other side. Pull the needle and the thread so that the candle, it stays much better straight like that. And you leave the thread there for now. Then I will cut all the thread at the end, all the remaining thread that I have, I will cut it. And that is how I made the flame. Now we're going to do the petal that we're going to make on the candle. Like this we have to do 2. You can do more if you want, but I'm going to do 2 petals, green petals. So we started with 5 chains. We go in the second chain, we'll make a single crochet. Now in the next 3 chains we're going to make half a treble. We're going to make 3 half trebles in the next 3 chains. 1, 2, and 3. Now half treble, and we make another half treble and single crochet in the same place. The one before that, it was a single crochet. And then again in the stitches we made half treble, we're going to make another half trebles on the other side. Half trebles on the other side. 3 half trebles like we did the others. 1, 2, and 3. We go here in the first one and we're going to finish it with a single crochet. And that is the petal ready. Now like this you make another one, you make 2. And then you pull out the thread, you leave it long, the thread, so you can sew it with the same yarn that we used for it. Now with the petals, we're going to make 3, I'm going to make 3 small red, I started with 3 chains, and we're going to make a treble in the second one and a single crochet, 2 single crochet, then you continue turning around. 3, 4, we started with 3 chains, but we continue turning around until we make 5. Single crochet always, 4, and we make the last one, 5. Then you go where you started here and you finish with a slip stitch. You pull the thread, you leave the thread long, so you sew it, and as you can see, you can turn this around, and then you sew it with the leaves. And this is the final result, how they came. I sewed everything together. I sewed it with a sewing needle, I didn't. And the candle, I sewed it from underneath it. I sewed it from underneath. I sewed it with red, so it doesn't show. Even this one, the same, as you can see, they're very cute. They came very cute. This one too, I sewed it from here. As you have seen, it was not difficult to make. As I told you, these are very cute. They're ideal for Christmas, to decorate with them. Hope that you understood what I showed you and that you tried them. Bye for now.